Okay, I'm back. So this time around, we're looking at day 2 of our guiding question. Should athletes be considered role models? Yesterday, we know that we looked at a very talented football player, Mr. Richard Sherman, and we looked at his outburst on national television after clinching the win that would eventually send his team on to the Super Bowl and to a Super Bowl championship title. We saw that that was a very emotional moment for him, and that it caused him to be a little bit more enthusiastic than I think many people were ready for. And so we reread two different sides of, or two different takes on Richard Sherman's behavior in that moment. Was it an appropriate thing to do, or was it not an appropriate thing to do? Today we're looking at another professional athlete. This time the professional athlete is a professional cyclist. That's right, cyclist, as in a bicyclist. His name is Lance Armstrong. Many of us have heard of him. He's a very well-known guy. He holds a record, or one of the records, I believe, for the amount of Tour de France titles that he's won. For those of us that don't know, Tour de France is a bicycle competition that takes place, you guessed it, in France. What we might not know about Mr. Armstrong, because many of you were very young or not alive when this happened, but at one point in his life, he was diagnosed with cancer. And it was a cancer that spread all over his body, and people didn't know whether or not he was going to be okay or what was going to happen to him. But Lance Armstrong persevered, and he survived cancer. He's a cancer survivor. He was a very respected man in the sport of bicycling, known as a very hard worker, known for the work that he's done with his foundation called Live Strong. Many of us have seen the yellow bands that people walk around, the wristbands people walk around wearing that say Live Strong on them, or yellow t-shirts with black writing that say Live Strong. That's a foundation that is now used to collect money for cancer research and to support cancer survivors. So Lance Armstrong has done excellent work, and he's proven himself to be a very hardworking athlete, a very hardworking professional. And yet, a few years back, something happened. It had been going on for a while that individuals within the professional bicycling sport believed that Mr. Armstrong was taking performance-enhancing drugs. And for many, many years, he said people were not telling the truth, that was not the case, and he would take blood tests to even prove that, in fact, he wasn't taking performance-enhancing drugs. He passed all of his drug tests and presented a very credible argument for those naysayers that said, "Oh, Mr. Armstrong, you're taking performance-enhancing, drugs," that kind of thing. Recently, a few years back, Mr. Armstrong was interviewed by Oprah Winfrey, and his interview brought into question this successful career and the successful foundation that he had built for himself on all of this work. Let's take a listen.
Let's start with the questions that people around the world have been waiting for you to answer. And for now, I'd just like a yes or no. Okay? This whole conversation, we have a lot of time, will be about the details. Yes or no, did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
Yes or no, was one of those banned substances EPO?
Yes.
Did you ever blood dope or use blood transfusions to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
Did you ever use any other banned substances like testosterone, cortisone, or human growth hormone?
Yes.
Yes or no? In all 7 of your Tour de France victories, did you ever take banned substances or blood dope?
Yes.
Whoa. So, even after all these years of Mr. Armstrong having proven himself honest and not having taken banned substances, which we know are illegal substances, or doing what's called blood doping, it's taking a drug that changes the quality of your blood to make it more conducive to physical activity. Even after saying all the time that no, 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 I haven't been doing these things, it came to light that he was lying and that he found ways, apparently, around the drug test that he was taking. So now, after all of this work that he's done for himself and all of these years that he's built this career, now he's got this stain on this long, long resume of success. What you guys are going to do tomorrow is you are going to read more about either side of the argument for Lance Armstrong's career, whether or not his victories, which were taken from him, they were stripped from him, should be reinstated, or whether he got what he deserved ultimately by getting caught in a lie. So there are 2 articles, one on each side of this paper, and you'll read both of them. You don't need to write on the text because I printed out for you your notes. Again, each article title is at the top here on either side of your paper. Just like yesterday, you're going to be taking Cornell notes on the work that you're reading. The difference, and I believe I've specified this in your today's assignment segment that'll go up front, I'd like for you to, in addition to telling me the central idea here at the bottom, I'd like for you to include 3 pieces of evidence that prove that your central idea is correct. Now, we know how this works. When I ask you for 3 pieces of evidence, I'm asking you for word or verbatim evidence. That means I want quotes, and I want you to be actually quoting pieces of the text, either of these 2 texts. If you have any questions, you know to email me or leave a message here or leave a message on my blog. If you'd like to see the video, or I played the audio, but if you'd like to see the video connected with this particular lesson, I will also attach the link on our blog, shepshomeworkhelp.blogspot.com. I'm very excited for the work that you all are going to complete, and I hope that you'll tune in again tomorrow for our description of what day 3 will be like. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited about it, and I look forward to seeing you guys then. Bye.